For our closer look tonight, we take up the story of thousands of soldiers returning from Iraq, sometimes injured, sometimes disturbed, then being denied the benefits they need. The soldiers feel the war changed them. The military says their problems come from a personality disorder that existed before they ever enlisted. As Bob Woodruff reports, this is a situation with profound consequences for the soldiers and their families.
Specialist Donald Schmidt still can't quite comprehend the way his military career came to an end.
I think I got screwed.
Specialist Jonathan Town can relate.
I'm still pondering that myself. I have no idea.
In Iraq in the fall of 2004, a rocket exploded 2 feet above Town's head, knocking him out for several minutes.
When I started coming to, I could feel my buddy shaking me and saying, Town, are you awake? Town, are you okay?
The blast left him with significant hearing loss, along with headaches and memory problems. After the attack, Town was awarded a Purple Heart. But when he returned to the States, depressed and tormented by nightmares, the Army acted quickly to discharge him, ruling his problems were caused not by the war, but by a personality disorder that predated his military career.
They basically said that you had a mental problem before he got into the Army.
Correct.
Based on what?
Nothing.
Did they ever question your parents, your friends, anybody from your past?
Not at all.
The military calls it separation because of personality disorder, defined in regulations as a deeply ingrained maladaptive pattern of behavior. And because it is considered a pre-existing condition, Town was left ineligible for disability pay and benefits, and he was forced to return a portion of his re-enlistment bonus.
The day I got discharged, they told me I owed the Army $3,000.
That you owe them money?
Correct.
You got a Purple Heart, got sent back, left the Army, now you owe them money?
Correct.
Since 2001, more than 22,000 servicemen and women from all branches of the military have been discharged for personality disorders.
Personality disorders that interfere with military service and are incompatible with a soldier staying in the unit. It's usually best for both the soldier and the unit for that soldier to be discharged.
But over the past 2 months, ABC News has spoken with more than a dozen Iraq War veterans who claim they were wrongly diagnosed with personality disorders.
They just slapped me with that label to get me out quicker.
After his second combat tour, Donald Schmidt was discharged for personality disorder, even though he was being treated for post-traumatic stress.
They were like, oh yeah, you'll keep your bonus money, blah, 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 everything will be great. Peachy keen. Well, it's not.
I was getting, at one point, 3 or 4 guys a day getting put out with personality disorders.
Until last month, Jeff Peskoff worked in the personnel office at Fort Carson in Colorado, where he says he processed the personality disorder discharges of hundreds of combat veterans. Many, he believes, were actually suffering trauma from the war.
If you have a combat tour and you're getting labeled as personality disorder, there's something wrong.
I think it's just a lie.
It's a lie. It's a quick way to get rid of that body and bring in a new body.
ABC News requested an interview with Fort Carson officials for the story. The request was denied. Donald Schmidt's Army uniform displays evidence of his honorable service. He now spends 8 hours a day in an Illinois warehouse assembling plumbing supplies. And he owes the Army more than $10,000. Bob Woodruff, ABC News, Fountain, Colorado.
This problem has caught the eye of Congress. Today, 6 senators introduced an amendment to block all personality disorder discharges for soldiers who have served in combat until the use of the discharges can be reviewed. And our coverage continues online, where you can find all of Bob Woodruff's reports and learn about ways you can help injured veterans. That's at abcnews.com.